Hey, how about this? A little beach scene for you this week. I have discovered one of the most unique, fun vacation hotspots where you can bring the entire family and there's fishing. We're going to reveal all of it to you on this week's episode. I am so glad you're along. This is going to be a good one. Fox Sports Outdoors is on the air right now.
It's time for your weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news from the Southeast region. This is Fox Sports Outdoors.
This is a place with a lot of lush greenery, beautiful flower gardens everywhere, the Atlantic Ocean lapping up against the beach, beautiful pool scene, a lot of people partying, music going on. Welcome to the Blockade Runner Resort Hotel, situated at a place I've never been before, but I'm glad I discovered it. This is Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. It is situated with the Intercoastal Waterway, deep water access on one side, and the beautiful Atlantic Ocean on the other. And it's prime for all kinds of family fun activities. We're gonna tell you about a lot of those and show you some of the sights, sounds, and scenes that make up Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. And while we're doing that, we're gonna try to weave in just a little fishing as well. It's a great place for some offshore species and some inshore fishing for redfish and speckled trout, but today we're gonna focus on the flounder. We've got a little guy to help, gonna put us on some great locations, try to catch a couple of flounder for you in the back bays. And while we're doing that, we're taking you around your local region for your fishing reports for the week from our expert team of insider reporters. Hey, this is a special one for you. Gonna be a lot of fun. Glad to have you along. We're gonna take a little break right here and get our boat launched into the Intercoastal Waterway. The next time you see me, I'll be headed out to do some fishing. Right now, it all gets started back at the FSN studios with your weekend planner.
The Solunar tables are pointing towards Sunday as the best day for fishing over the weekend. Overall, conditions are listed as good, and the top game fish action should begin at 11:39 a.m. Look for the sun to rise at 6:40 and set at 8:27. In evenings, we'll feature a crescent moon that is 12% visible. Stay with us for freshwater and coastal fishing updates from around the region. Plus, Bassmaster angler Jason Christie drops in to help with this week's Ask the Pro feature. Back in a bit.
Hey everybody, we've got the Mako Pro Skiff 21 launched and ready to go. Let's get out there where the flounder are. Let's go fishing. We'll be back right after this.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day. Lose, fueled by passion, driven by innovation. Feel the difference. Gene LaRue and Bobby Garland Lures. With our baits, a good day of fishing is in the bag. And Strand Fishing Lines, the standard of dependability.
Swimming with it. Got him. Flounder. All right, look at there. Hey everybody, welcome back. We've made it out, and I've scored right off the bat. We've made it out here at Wrightsville Beach, and the first thing that's happened, I started flipping a row of boat docks, and I got a nice flounder to hit my little plastic shrimp imitation. I'll show you the baits at the end of the show. That's a gorgeous fish right there, and a great way to get it started. There we go. That's a good sized flounder. That would probably be a keeper. I think they've got to be 15 inches long to be a keeper here, and that one certainly would, but we're not keeping them today. Well, you know what? We could take those back to the Blockade Runner where we're staying, and the chef there, I've heard, is great at cooking your catch. So guess what? We're gonna put this flounder in the live well and take it back and let her cook it. How about that? Well, I'm gonna show you behind me here before I lose this fish. This is a big old dock, and it's high tide right now, and there's a current ripping through underneath this dock, and what I've done is position myself down current from it using my XI5 remote control trolling motor to lock me into position. So I'm sitting right here and I can make cast after cast after cast right up underneath that dock, and he bit it just on the outside when it cleared that last pole. He ran out and grabbed it, and sitting right behind the current brake of that dock. It breaks the current and they sit right in behind those piers and run out there and snatch plastic baits. This is a great place. We're going to try to catch some flounder today. I hope to catch a redfish before it's over with. Try to give you the flavor of what the fishing's like here at Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, and also show you some of the other great things there are to do if you want to bring your family here. But for a hardcore fisherman, this is a treat right here. Flounder fishing, and you can use a fly rod as well and catch both flounder and redfish. Going to talk a lot more about it, but right now I'm going to get back started fishing again and get you some fishing and lake reports from where you live. Flounder time, baby.
This part of the program is brought to you by Visit Jacksonville. Northeast Florida offers great fishing, family-friendly beaches, top restaurants and resorts that are easy to get to, and offer family fun for everyone. So come on, visit Jacksonville. Captain Patrick Garmison says that along the Alabama coast, offshore fishing has been outstanding. They're catching cobia, kingfish, Spanish mackerel, and on the inside areas around the channel markers, the triple tail fishing has been just off the chart. It's really, really good. A lot of these fish are 5 to 10 pounds, but there are some big double-digit fish available to be caught too for those triple tail. Offshore, they're catching those kings and Spanish mackerel. They catch them trolling, primarily with live baits, but you can catch them with plugs and spoons too. A lot of guys are going very early in the morning and targeting those fish, or they're trying for trout early in the morning, and then they'll look for triple tail. You need to wear really good polarized sunglasses and a brim cap to see those triple tail. You stay moving and go by the channel markers and look down into the water. If you see a fish or two, turn around, come back, and cast to them. You can catch them with live shrimp, and a popping cork works very well. If you're having difficulty getting live shrimp or keeping it alive, there's other possibilities. You can use UA shrimp, again below with a cork, fish it below a cork, pop it a couple of times, and they'll come up and hit that imitation shrimp. And fly fishermen, this is an opportunity to catch really big triple tail on flies. They love small bonefish and permit imitation flies that you would use on flats. Anything that looks like a crab or a shrimp is absolutely deadly on triple tail. In Mississippi, Captain Sonny Schindler over in Bay St. Louis is doing very well also in triple tail. Those fish tend not to be as big as they do over in Alabama in the Mobile Bay area, but he's still catching plenty of them. And there's a possibility every day of catching a 10 or 15 pounder there too. He says when he gets to the Louisiana marsh early in the mornings, there's some good trout and redfish to be had, but the flies are very bad over there now. Once the sun gets up, they'll start looking for triple tail. Around that triple tail area out of Bay St. Louis, there's lots and lots of bull sharks and plenty of spinners if you just want something to pull your string. Over in Georgia, Captain Greg Hilter tells me the tarpon fishing continues to be wide open there. Well, that's it for the Coastal South. Get out on the water and take a youngster with you when you go.
Another one. Got him. Swam away from this pole. Got him. Another one. All right, look at this. Oh, baby. I'm catching some flounder. Man, he's got the hook right in the side of his jaw there. All right. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's early in the morning, and looks like it's going to be a flounder deal. We've got a couple of really nice flounder in the boat. That one may be a little better than the first one. See if I can give you a good look at him here. Of course I can't. He's flopping all over the boat. Let me go get him. Yeah, I got control of him finally. All right. There's another nice one for you right there. That's actually a little bigger than the first one. Man, I flipped back in the exact same spot. So evidently, if you find one flounder in one spot, there's a good chance there will be others. Flip back in the same area and caught a second one. And you can actually see behind me here, it's just a long row of docks through here, one dock after the next, and they've got some good depth on them. Here's the deal. We're here on a weekend, which is really not a really good thing, but there is boat traffic all up and down the intercoastal. All these bays have tons of jet skis and pleasure boats and wakeboards and stand-up paddle boards and tubes. Every kind of watercraft known to mankind is flying up and down this channel behind us here. A lot of boat wakes coming in here, a lot of noise. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and these fish are running back under the docks. So Captain Seth, our guide, told us exactly what to do. He said find the deeper docks and start flipping underneath them, and that's where both the redfish and the flounder will go when it gets crowded on a weekend. I'm going to give you Seth's phone number if you'd like to book a guide trip, but looks like the flounder bite is on at Wrightsville Beach. What a fantastic fish and what a lot of fun to catch. Okay, we're back at it. Get you some more fishing and lake reports from your local area. Flounder time, baby.
You know, just like your boat and your motor, maintenance on your fishing reels will ensure their performance and longevity. Lucas Marine Products has this fishing reel oil that is top quality. A few drops on a reel changes it better than new. Check them out, lucasoil.com. Hey guys, in this week's report, I'm going to talk to you about summertime fishing because that's what we're at in Tennessee and Kentucky right now. It is hot. So number one, drink plenty of fluids, go early or go late, fish at night. Just take good care of yourself first and foremost. Second, fishing can get a little tougher this time of year. It's hot, the water's hot. There's oftentimes not as much oxygen in the water in the deeper levels, so it kind of changes the offshore game. One of the things going on throughout this region right now is just a prolonged mayfly hatch. And if you like the panfish, you can still catch them around these willow trees and around you know, shoreline cover. But it's also there anywhere that that kind of stuff intersects grass is a great place to find bass. The grass is going to provide cover and oxygen, and you're also around the bluegill and so forth that are up there eating the mayflies. So a very viable option this time of year. Another thing is if you're fishing offshore, main lake stuff like this region is predominantly known for, look for obviously grass on the main lake, but look for shallower areas. Oftentimes there's more current there, there's more oxygen there, and this time of year, offshore areas that are a little bit shallower than you've been fishing are better. But guys, night fishing's still the thing. It's hot, so be careful. The recreational boating's starting to die down, but the fishing's still good. It's just changed a little bit.
Hey, next up, let's talk about some of the fun things to do for your family here in the Wrightsville Beach area before we go to our next break. First of all, we're staying at the Blockade Runner Resort. It is in the primest of prime locations, beach on one side, Atlantic Ocean, the Intercoastal Waterway on the other. You can dock a big boat on the backside. They've got deep water access at their dock. Then, right outside the door, there's a great beach scene, all kinds of activities to do on the beach. There's a fantastic pool with a bar right outside the door, beautiful lobby, great dining room with fantastic food. You can also book all kinds of water sports activities right at the activities desk at the Blockade Runner, including the hottest thing going right now, the stand-up paddle boards, lots of that going on around this area. Kayaking of all kinds, jet skis. You can rent a boat, take your family out on it. There are all kinds of cruises, dinner cruises and such, all kinds of water sports activities, and you can book it all right out of the lobby. And as you can see, all this scene right behind me, lots of nightlife, lots of restaurants, looking right out on the waterway. I'll tell you, this is a great place to bring your whole family. One other thing, if you want to just do some fun fishing, you don't care about being real hardcore about it, you go right outside the jetties here, get on one of the artificial reefs. Captain Rob Ferris and I caught some sharks, some small grouper, caught some black bass or sea bass, mostly small, but a lot of fun to catch. And the thing is, if you take your kids on a little fishing outing out there, I guarantee you, you're going to catch something. It is one of the most fun places to bring your family that I've ever been to. We'll be right back to Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, right after this.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Exide AGM Marine Batteries. Starts like new, stays like new longer. Motor Guide Trolling Motors, because accuracy matters. And Nitro Performance Fishing Boats. Champions aren't born, they're made.
Hey everybody, glad you're along with us today from Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. Prime fishing habitat for flounder all up and down the coastline here. You've been seeing us catch these flounder off docks using the cover, the shade, and the piers to ambush their prey. We've done well so far, but we also caught a few yesterday. Captain Rob Ferris of the Mako Pro staff and I were out fishing this big grass marsh. Now you can see behind me here tens of thousands of acres of this salt grass. and little creeks and ditches running in it. You can see one little creek just over my left shoulder here, another bigger creek coming in over my right shoulder. You want to fish it on an outgoing tide where the current is running out it, and the flounder will set up along the edges of that grass. You're looking at one just such flounder I caught yesterday. We caught several of them, but here's one nice one that I caught flipping along the edge of the grass on an outgoing tide in some current. Really nice sized flounder. A lot of fun to catch. Two completely different ways to catch them. One on the docks, one in the grass. There are other ways as well. You can go offshore and fish artificial reefs. You can fish jetties. Lots of different ways to catch the flounder. That's two of them here at Wrightsville Beach. Right now it's time for more fishing and lake reports for you.
This week's Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi freshwater fishing report is brought to you by Lake Guntersville, Alabama. Boasting 69,000 acres of clear blue perfection, the area offers hotels, lakefront cabins, public boat ramps, and restaurants. If you prefer big fish in a big pond, Guntersville is the right destination. www.fishguntersvillelake.com. As we say goodbye to July this week, the sun continues to blaze across the deep south, pushing the temperatures into the mid-90s. This makes for challenging fishing for most species, but bluegill don't seem to mind the heat that much. To catch some brim this week in Mississippi, head over to Lake Mary Crawford in Lawrence County. This state-managed 128-acre pond gives up lots of bluegills in the summertime. Early and late in the day, you want to target the wooden piers along the south shore or fish around the abundant fish attractors on the north bank. During the heat of the day, look for the brim out in the flats over sandy bottom and the west end of the lake in 3 to 6 foot depths. The best bait is crickets, but you can also throw a beetle spin type lure. In East Georgia, you'll find similar bluegill action on the 7 ponds of the McDuffie Public Fishing Area. It's just west of Augusta, and the best area is going to be around the wood structure or the grass along the banks. Bluegill are also biting on North Alabama's Madison County Public Fishing Lake, and a good spot there is the cove that is right behind the bait shop.
Be sure to join Fox Sports Outdoors again next week, Thursday night at 6, or catch the repeat airing Sunday morning at 8:30. And you can always watch the latest episode in full HD on the front page of our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. Plus, catch up on all past episodes by clicking the archive button, and see lots of how-to and product videos by clicking the how-to button. Also, stay up to date with the latest fishing news, videos, and photos by clicking the follow button on our Twitter feed, and get lots of that same info by clicking the like button on our Facebook page. Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Tracker Boats. It's more than just a boat, it's a tracker. Costa Sunglasses, see what's out there. Mercury Marine, official outboard of Fox Sports Outdoors. And Lowrance Electronics, find, navigate, dominate.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for the Ask the Pro segment, where viewers get expert insights from professional anglers. This week's question comes from Brad, who asks, what time of year is best for night fishing? For the answer, we checked with Bassmaster Elite Angler Jason Christie.
I would say the best time of year for night fishing would be summer, mainly because it's warm outside, you know, but you know, I've not done it myself, but I have a lot of friends that go night fishing in the fall, like October, and even in the early spring on a full moon. October, that March on a full moon pre-spawn, and you can literally just go down the bank with like a big spinnerbait and catch some really nice fish. So comfort-wise, probably summer, but catching some big fish, it could be fall or early spring.
Thank you, Jason. If you have something to ask one of the pros, simply visit our website and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit a question. Now it's time to give away a new pair of sunglasses on the Costa Catch of the Week.
Hey, we're back at the dock at the Blockade Runner Hotel at Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, and it's time right now for this week's winner in the Costa Catch of the Week contest. He is Mike Hodges of Clarksville, Tennessee, showing a 6-pound smallmouth bass he caught at Kentucky Lake, Tennessee, and he had 4 others over 4 pounds the same day. If you'd like a chance to be our next winner, just go to our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com and click on the Costa Catch of the Week box on the right side of the front page. Follow the instructions to enter your big fish photo. Reminder, you must be over 18 years of age to enter and to win. And if you'd like to see all of the Costa frame and lens styles, you can do that at the front page of our website by clicking on that Costa logo. There you'll see all of the fantastic 580 glass and polycarbonate lenses and all of the various colors and styles of frames that Costa offers, including the frame style I was wearing on this week's episode. It's called Prop. Next up on the Academy Right Stuff, it's the right gear to catch these inshore species like the flounder we caught on this week's episode, or the redfish that swim here at Wrightsville Beach or anywhere inshore up and down our coast. And it begins with a fantastic fishing rod, a bait cast rod for catching all of these inshore species. This is the Lew's Custom Speed Stick series, and it's the inshore model made specifically for the inshore species. It's a medium light rod, 7 feet long, perfect for catching these fish. I've got it paired with the Lew's Speed Spool Super Duty bait cast reel, again beefed up for these inshore species. Also, for a spinning rod, I've got the Lew's Speed Stick TP1 series. It's the white rod, you can recognize it that way, and I've got it paired with the Lew's Tournament Metal spinning reel. As far as the lures go, mostly soft plastic baits to catch these flounder and also the redfish. You can see a little plastic shrimp imitation, a little paddle tail rigged on a lead head, or the spinner plastic paddle tail rigged on a lead head as well. What do you say when someone says, "Hey, how you doing?" You say, "I'm fine." But what if you're not fine? What if you're not okay? What if you need help? Do you have a close friend, someone you can turn to at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. if necessary? Someone to whom you can be brutally honest. Many of us spend much of our time hiding behind a mask that says, "Hey, everything's fine, it's all good, I'm okay, there's nothing wrong," when nothing could be further from the truth. There is freedom out from behind that mask if we're willing to seek a good friend and be totally honest. I hope you enjoyed our trip today to Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina, a fantastic place to bring your entire family for all kinds of fun, great food, family activities, and fishing, all centered around the Blockade Runner Hotel and Resort where we stayed. Every room has a waterfront view. All of the activities, the paddle boarding, the surfing, the swimming, the boating, the fishing can all be done within walking distance right outside the front door. Show you a couple of quick shots here of the beautiful Blockade Runner Resort. And we'll give you Seth Vernon's contact information one more time. If you'd like to book a guide trip here at Wrightsville Beach, he'll pick you up right at the dock at the Blockade Runner, take you out and do some of the great fishing that's offered here, both near shore and inshore, the Wrightsville Beach area of the coastal Carolinas. Glad to have you along this week. We'll see you next week. Until then, I'm Barry Stokes. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.